Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Good day again, St. Lucia, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. My name is Phillip Sydney, your host. With me today is Mr. Gerald Louis, alias Apis, as I know him for a long time, and he is a board member, a director on the board of directors for the Castries Fisherman Cooperative Society Limited. Apis, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Sydney.
Apis, I know you have been associated with the Castries Fisherman Cooperatives for many, many years. Give us a little background into the Castries Fisherman Cooperatives. How long has it been in existence and how many members do you have?
The Castries Fisherman Cooperative is in existence for 40 years, from 1977 to 2017. That's 40 years. And I have been with the members of Castries Fisherman Cooperative before being a member of the Castries Fisherman Cooperative. At some time I can remember I used to be the assistant to fisheries officer based in it was the agricultural building right behind Lafayette.
Right. By SLBG.
By SLBG,
I remember you
right?
there.
At that point in time, I used to actually go around bringing messages to them from Mr. Walters, and because at that time they were just around the Conway area where they had that gas station, Black gas station, and the coal market, the coal market, the abattoir. That was the area, and the fishermen had just a shed in the Conway area, right where. If you're looking at this area now, there's between the car park and the first government building. That was the area they used to assemble. And from there, you know, it was the influence of the deceased John Compton actually get the fishermen and tell them, why don't they form a cooperative? You know, and he actually influenced them to get to be a cooperative. So I think all the founder members, they had to pay something like $5 to be a member of the cooperative. And from there, steps have been moving on, growth in between until now with in our present location.
So the present location was given to the cooperative by a government?
The present location, yeah. The first lot was the cooperative had to donate $1 and to get, and then established. Then they had the additional piece, which we purchased the additional piece. We're now in process of extending our building over that piece. That going towards where the lady on the side they have the little canteen. We're extending the building over to that side.
So that's a future.
That's a future development of the cooperative.
Okay.
Which we're supposed to commence sometime this year.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
How many members you all began with, if you can recall, and how many members do you have presently?
The actual figure of...
It's approximately?
Around, I think it's around 20.
You began?
Yeah, around 20. But right now we have 128 members, active members.
Active members.
But we have some other members, and the reason I mention active members, there are members that have joined the cooperative. And right now, because of the law changes, these members are non-active because they never meet the minimum requirement of $300 shares. So because of that, they are non-active.
So the cooperative department gave you a lot of guidance to take you all where you are now?
Yes. We actually work along with the cooperative department, register of cooperative.
So you all are registered as a cooperative?
Yes, we are registered as a cooperative.
What brought you all together? Give me a little synopsis.
It was the gentleman, I mean, at that time, you know, the fishers were using canoe and the little hustle of getting things to move around. And the idea come around that if they get together, you know, they will work as a group, which will be better for them because they'll be able to get duty refund on whatever their engines and even rebate on fuel, because rebate on fuel started way back in 72.
Okay.
Right? So they'll get rebate on fuel.
Explain that the rebate on fuel.
The rebate on fuel is the amount of fuel you use. They have a quota. You use a certain amount of fuel and you get in certain percentage back as duty refund.
Okay.
So in that percentage, it is changes when the cooperative receive it, it have what goes to their shares, what goes as dividend, and the rest the members get it. And some of that money also goes to distress. So if any accident or anything happened to a fisher whilst at sea, for instance, he lost his engine or something, you know, of that nature, he can get compensated through that distress fund. So all of that was laid out by government.
All right.
So the cooperative had to follow it.
Okay. So what's the composition of, because the cooperative is run by an executive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the composition of the executive?
The executive is 7.
Okay.
7.
So you have a president.
The president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and the others are floor members. Floor reps. All right.
So in addition to the duty refund that you all get, what other benefits do you all get from government?
You also get your goods. You get your goods coming in as duty free.
When you say goods, what do you mean?
Like for instance, if we're buying tackles and things of that sort to
your fishing gear,
your fishing gears, you get it at duty free.
Okay.
Right. So that's a benefit you get because as an ordinary fisher, not linked with any fisherman cooperative, you pay your duty on whatever you buy.
Okay. So you must be a member of the cooperative or a cooperative to get these benefits. These benefits.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In addition to that, I know you all have got yourselves involved to get monies coming in to assist you all. You all have a gas station, right? Yeah. Okay. How is that doing? Is it doing well? I mean, you all are still there. Give us a little feedback on that.
Our gas station is doing fairly well.
Okay.
And compared to the other cooperatives around the island, we are better placed than the other cooperatives because you find their location and to get customers patronizing in their gas station, we are better placed than them.
Okay.
So for the sake of that, you find we are more or less at the top of all. At one point in time, Goodwill Cooperative was the #1 cooperative. But right now, Castries is the #1.
Okay, okay.
In line of doing business.
Okay. So your fishers go out to fish and they buy gas from their own cooperative.
Yes.
They also buy fishing the gear from there too.
Yes.
Okay. When the fish come in, what happens?
Well, it was meant that with the inception of the creative of the fish marketing cooperative, fishers would go out to sea, and when they come in, they would be able to sell the catch to the fish marketing. But it's not actually working that way.
Why?
The policy of the fish marketing, you know, and sometimes what the fishermen will come with, the price, they would rather with just what they have to sell it on the side.
I want to continue that discussion because it's very interesting, because I need the solution to know exactly, you know, because you're hearing about government, you know, looking at the fish marketing corporation now, okay? So we'll come back to that. We're taking a break. Yeah. We are due for a break. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned.
When you're out at sea, there are no service stations along the way or supermarkets for a quick stop if you need something. It is essential that everything you will need while at sea is on the boat before you leave. That's why pre-sea checks are so important. checks should be carried out by more than one person to ensure that all essentials are on board.
Everything on board? Yeah, everything there. Still sure. Yeah, put with that table.
Pre-sea checks should include food stores, extra water and fuel, navigational equipment, safety gear and communication equipment.
Okay, lighthouse, lah. That's what I'm doing.
Before heading out to sea, always ensure that all equipment is in working order, you are stocked up on food and also extra fuel. Call the lighthouse to inform them of your voyage plan and inform someone responsible of your departure time and estimated time of arrival back on shore. For more information on obtaining a license to fish, contact the Department of Fisheries at 468-4143.
Welcome back to the program. APIS, the Fish Marketing Corporation, the MO of it was to buy fish from all the fishermen in the Castries area, especially coming from your cooperative. Okay, the whole idea is the fisherman goes out, brings in his catch, he just drop it for fish marketing, he showers and he goes home, and comes back next day, and he gets petrol and he goes back to sea. That was the ideal.
Yeah.
That never worked out. It's not working now. In fact, it has not been working for a little while. Okay. The whole fishing or marketing dynamics have changed. You have a lot of other markets around the place that are selling fish. Why is it that that kind of assistance, that kind of collaboration that you all had with the fish marketing is not working anymore?
There's many reasons for that. Because one, I will tell you, the fish marketing, the cooperatives around the island should have a greater say in the fish marketing decision taking.
Okay.
But you find there will be a board controlling the fish marketing corporation, and you may not find a fisherman on board. And this is bad, because fishers, you're actually there to work with fishers. So the fishermen cooperative, there's many fishermen cooperative around. You may not have, I mean, if the board consists of 7 members, I'm not asking for you to have about 4 or 5 fishers on board. But there is fishers, where fishing cooperatives, where you can have a member or 2 on board, where that could actually make better decisions concerning buying fish around the place.
What do you think is the best decision? In other words, okay, right? What causes them, the fishers, to go and sell the fish elsewhere to the hotels and other markets, and not to the fish marketing corporation? But they also, after they have sold their high-end fish, the dolphins and the high-end fish outside, then they dump all what they have, the skipjacks and the other things, to fish marketing, which of course fish marketing has to take it, right? But then they cannot pay them on time, because that is a slow-moving fish. So, I mean, what do you think that can happen there?
The decision of not accepting skipjack from the fishers, I think it's wrong. One of the things I always foresee that the fish marketing should add value to the product that they receive, in local product, instead of concentrating on buying exotic seafoods, and will stay on their hands. As money they have to pay up front. But the fishers, you would pay the fishers like every week. When you go out to sea for the week, to see, the most you can come with is skipjack, and then you have to go and pay a transport, drive all around the place to sell it, because fish marketing not taking it. And this is one.
They're not taking it?
They're not taking it because they don't want to take it.
It's a slow mover.
Because it's a slow mover. The fish is a slow mover if you leave it whole. But if you take that fish and you process it, which is exactly what the hotel use. Any hotel buys skipjack, they actually process it to to make loins and fillet out of it. So if fish marketing actually doing this, they could buy yes, you can drop the price of skipjack. I'd rather sell all my skipjack to the fish marketing if I come in at a lesser price than paying a transport going around to sell it. You understand? And you still end up selling it at a low price. But the fish marketing can actually make money out of skipjack. Because the hotel, they buy this fish, and that's a lot of the fish they use in the establishment.
Because the objective of having the fish marketing corporation there is to assist the fisherman. In other words, to prevent him and avoid him going to the hassle when he comes in, say at 7 or 8 in the evening, then to take a van and to go around the various communities to sell fish.
Yes.
The whole idea is that the fish marketing corporation should buy that fish and have it in there.
Yeah.
But then the problem is the other high-end fish. I mean, I don't know how that problem began. But okay, how do you see now as the fish marketing is presently, because the government is looking into the reorganization of fish marketing. From the Castries Fisherman Cooperative standpoint, how do you see fish marketing working for the way forward?
As I see in it, it's the fish marketing have to work with the fishers and cut down on the exotic seafoods they're bringing in.
Okay.
Because exotic seafoods cost money.
Okay.
Sometimes a hotel will tell you they need 150 pounds of jumbo shrimps. You cannot only bring 150 pounds. You'll bring a lot more than that, because when they call, you'll want to know that you have an order where you can sell them. This hotel will take about 3 months to pay you, or 6 weeks to pay you. Then you run out of cash. You cannot actually buy fish from the fishers.
Okay.
If you cut down on bringing these and add value to the product, the local product, and proper marketing, you should be able to run properly.
Okay, okay.
As you know, I mean, it was during the time we were actually adding value to the product. We were smoking, salting, and doing all these things with our local product. We had it on display in an exhibition in Vieux-Fort. But with all the facilities being put around the island, do we ever receive any kind of processing plant that will add more value to our local product?
So you're saying that fish marketing should take up that role to add value to the fresh fish that
they're receiving.
Okay.
You know, so that will actually that's the way forward.
So do you know how many of your fishermen that are actually selling fish to the market, to fish market? Not many?
It's only if they come with a good catch. I mean, when I say a good catch, when you look at Castries fishers, vis-a-vis fishers from Dennery, Vieux-Fort, Labrie, Mico, and these areas, when a fisherman from Castries come in with about 200 pounds of fish, that's a big catch for them.
Okay, hold that point. We'll move to another break. You're watching Agriculture on the Move, where we're discussing Castries Fisherman Cooperatives. Back soon.
What is biodiversity?
When you look at biodiversity, it's all around.
I think of biological and I think of diversity.
What is biosafety?
Safety measures for our foods, our products, etc.
Biodiversity is the variety of life. Biosafety, on the other hand, involves the management of products of biotechnology, such as GMOs and LMOs. Biosafety seeks to protect St. Lucia's biodiversity. The terms biodiversity and biosafety are not interchangeable. Get familiar with these terms. Observe the biodiversity around you, the changing environment of food production and sustainable growth. Do your part. Visit our websites and stay tuned to this station for more information on the National Biosafety Framework.
Welcome back to the program. Apis, the other thing too that we have noticed, and this has been happening over the years, your fishermen coming with fish, and a lot of them do not actually sell to the Fish Marketing Corporation right there, but they go by the road and sell their fish. Do you all support your fishermen selling fish by the road with all the elements, exposed to all the elements, all the dust, the carbon monoxide from the vehicles. Do you support that?
We don't support that. We have tried our best to actually get them to stop that practice, but in essence, it's not only our fishermen that actually does that.
I know.
If you notice, sometimes you find there's how many vans park alongside the way. These guys actually buy fish from Viewfort, Denry, and this region, and they stop on the wayside selling fish to the public. You know, but it's not the best practice. You know, at one point we are looking at the way forward to establish an area where they could be selling right in the bay. Because if you notice, we had that shed right under the jetty where they used to sell. They catch right there, so people can come in and sell. But they keep on keeping that place in untidy. You know, so at that point in time, you need to have money to actually keep them things going if you want to do it. But majority of the guys that come in there, some of them is not members.
Okay.
You know, so, but it's not a practice which the cooperative support.
Okay. You all also give support to your fishermen by you built lockers in the close to the sea there, where they can actually store their fishing gear and stuff like this. That area, from my own standpoint, I find it's a bit untidy. What plans do you all have to reorganize that place?
We trying our best to reorganize the place, but it's a challenge for the cooperative.
Why?
Because a lot of the members that's there, a lot of the fishers using them lockers are non-members.
They are non-members?
No. They are members, but you cannot, like, according to the fisheries department, the lockers are built for fishers. First, to spend money to renovate these lockers, you need to charge whoever that be using the lockers a certain fee. And we are looking at members first to have a locker room.
Okay.
But then you'll find you're discriminating against the non-members. In so much we have been moving to see how best we can get mostly every fisher in that region to be members of the cooperative.
But they're not.
It's a challenge for being a member.
So what's the way forward? Because I mean, if the lockers are going down, I mean they are deteriorating.
It's deteriorating.
Yeah.
It needs repair. Yeah. So definitely we have plans to repair it. We are just seeking some assistance to see how best we can work on it, and we should be working on it as soon as we get assistance.
Some assistance.
Yeah.
Okay. Department
because it will cost.
Of course, I know.
It will cost some money.
It will cost some money. Yeah.
Right.
Department of Fisheries, I know you work with you all too. When it comes to training, especially training of your young fisher, and of course I know you all have now. It's not fishermen anymore, it's fisher folk, because there are women involved now.
Yes.
Okay, do you have women in the Castries Fisherman as members?
We are members, yeah.
Okay, great.
There's members as
training, I mean, are you all getting training for your young fishers? And of course, getting workshops for other fishermen?
There's workshops going on. There's different training. The fishers get training in different aspect. There are some where you get training, safety gears at sea, and all these different trainings. And also there's the fisheries department is actually doing some research on different type of fishing. Because right now it is not the same as the 1980s, 1990s, where you could go and there's migrated fish all over the place. You know, it's less now because there's more boats, there's less fish to catch. Now, one of the good things that have been happening for the fishers is that FAD, the fisheries department,
the fish aggregation device.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened to that?
These are working. These working. It actually helps some of the fishers, instead of going out and losing about $200 and $300 gas per day, they could actually go and fish around the FAD and they end up catching some fish.
Yeah, but I was told that you all need more.
we need more fats.
So
there's more fats. We need more fats to be placed around St. Lucia.
So what's
But
holding that back?
this is something the fisheries is limited in finance, and at one point I know Fisher Folk was actually trying to get all the cooperatives to come together to assist in maintaining the fads, and also where you can actually deploy more fads. Because if it's the fishers benefiting from fishing around the fads, so we are trying to see how best they can help to maintain it, and also some funds can go towards getting to putting more fads in the water, because there'll be more fishers enjoying whatever they can get around it.
Okay. What are the constraints you have in terms of problems that you all face? Do you all have any problems that you all face in terms of, for example, a lot of the fishers go out without gear in terms of preparing themselves for any unforeseen circumstances out there?
It is an ongoing practice trying to get all the fishers to comply. Because fisheries, there's rules and regulations, what you need to go out with, what you must have on your boat. The only thing I find that we are a little bit too lean on some of the members, because the more leeway you give members to go out without them things, they will continue finding ways and means of. So fisheries should actually, because the cooperatives cannot actually put in any legislation towards that. But fisheries department along with marine police can actually come together and set up something and say, hey, any boat you find out there without the safety equipment, they should go back in. So then it will force the members to actually get these things. But it's an ongoing thing. I mean, it's educating, keep on
all the time.
Pushing it to the fishers for them to understand what it means.
Fisherman's Feast is on the 29th of this month, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a little about that.
Well, we'll be celebrating our 40th anniversary. So we're looking at our Fisherman Feast on a different light. Compared to the way we usually go about. We looking at doing a little something different, honor some of our members, you know, recognize some of our, even those who not in, you know, but and also we have a few members where we can actually, like for instance, give them a token of appreciation based on their service to the cooperative. You know, this is some of the things we look at.
Well, Apis, thank you again for being on the program. I wish you all success. Of course, I know you'll have for 40 years, so a happy 40th anniversary. And I wish you all success in the future, and to get more young persons there to be involved in the fishing sector, and to produce more for St. Lucia.
One of the things before we close, I wish that if we could get even a little coverage, because remember last year we bring in our canoe racing and it was some fun.
Yes, we will do that this year.
We are trying.
We'll do that this year.
We have it on the 24th. Which is
just send us your list of stuff and we will look.
Okay, so we're hoping to get some activity, because that is something we want to bring back.
Thanks.
Matt Nikan's doing too much with it.
Yours do. Okay, Hafiz, thanks.
Okay.
You've been watching Agriculture on the Move, well, / fisheries, because of course agriculture, the Ministry of Agriculture, and of course fisheries. So we thank you for viewing, and continue to view the program where we bring you informative, information so that you can digest. And please feel free to call the ministry to ask questions. And remember, agriculture is our business, and eat fresh. St. Lucia's best. I'm Phillip Sydney saying goodbye and see you again.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.